the garden dyed in purple when the navy sky begins to settle quietly. The clear resonance of the kalimba plucked by fingertips draws tiny ripples in the drowsy air. Yellow starlight hiding between deep green leaves, warmth of the day gathered on the brown wooden chair. As a pleasant silence wraps lightly around my shoulders, the world prepares for a very deep sleep again. La la. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Flame of an orange lamp blooming in the blue darkness, a premonition of transparent peace flowing along the window. The time when even the clock's footsteps become cautious, gently leading me into the cozy entrance of a dream. La 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 la. La 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 la. The soft texture of the night's first touch on my fingertips, a quiet rest offered by the stop time. Warm enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. La la la. La la. Over the deep green leaves turn darker after the rain, remaining transparent dewdrops fall with a soft thud. The cold, refreshing touch spreading on my hand wakes up the drowsy afternoon air so pleasantly. Deep brown grains of the old wood drenched in rain, the breeze mixed with earthy scents flowing through the gaps. Over the puddles holding the dustless blue sky, fragments of yellow sunlight sparkle as they settle down again. La la. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, clock's rush fades far away, gently leading me into the perfect tranquility. La la. The fresh wet texture of the afternoon on my fingertips, a transparent comfort offered by the stop time, rich enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space, eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Threads of yellow sunlight wound around the teal bicycle wheels, unraveling on the road. The cool breeze spreading with every pedal stroke, lightly tapping on the silence of the drowsy forest. The sound of a stream flowing under the old wooden bridge, clear splashes of water breaking over brown pebbles, as a pleasant rhythm tickles the top of my feet. The world begins to dance a very slow waltz. La la. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space, eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. A single yellow balloon caught at the edge of the blue sky. Melodies of the afternoon played by orange shadows, throwing away even the rush of the clock hands, gently leading me into the cozy freedom. The fresh scent of grass brushing past my fingertips, a transparent piece offered by the stop time, free enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. small glass jar. Yellow waves of light breaking like silver chimes. The colorful sparkles gathered within my eyes, refreshing my dizzy mind with a clean wash. On every tail of the blue breeze crossing the sky, shining silver dust scatters across the garden. When the fresh grass blades raise their heads all at once, a cool rhythm settles in my drowsy ears. La la, our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Purple shadows walking slowly across the water's surface, momentary jewels crafted by the orange sunset, a magic that makes me forget even the clock's noise, gently leading me into the cozy silence. La la. Smooth fragments of light touching my fingertips, a transparent comfort offered by the stopped time, bright enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by La la la. Lying side by side with a brown picnic basket, listening quietly to the breath of the old trees. Yellow dots pouring down on the green grass, slipping past my cheeks with a tickling warmth. Clear sound spreading as I pluck the tiny kalimba. Red berries in the garden swaying to the rhythm. The scent of the forest melted into the clear air, settling lightly upon my drowsy shoulders. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Clouds walking slowly across the blue sky, a prelude of long shadows crafted by orange sunlight. This afternoon where even the clock's rush is forgotten, gently leading me into the cozy silence. Soft texture of the earth brushing my fingertips, a quiet comfort offered by the stop time, rich enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here, our time with no words, just watching still this empty space, eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. La, la. Inside the clear glass marble on the window, the yellow light of afternoon is caught in a circle. The scenery of the green garden reflected through it, a time where it sways upside down in a tiny frame. Rainbow fragments rolling across the table, orange warmth spreading over the back of my hand, following the purple shadows moving so slow, a cool breeze drifting gently through the room. La la. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space, eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Clear sounds held within a blue water glass, a premonition of a transparent nap flowing along the glass walls. Even the distant noises of the world outside wrapped around me slowly like a cozy blanket. La la. Smooth texture of light touching my fingertips, afternoon whispered by the soft piano notes, shining bright enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here, our time with no words, just watching still this empty space, eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. garden dyed in purple when the navy sky begins to settle quietly. The clear resonance of the kalimba plucked by fingertips draws tiny ripples in the drowsy air. Yellow starlight hiding in between deep green leaves, warmth of the day gathered on the brown wooden chair. As a pleasant silence wraps lightly around my shoulders, the world prepares for a very deep sleep again. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Flame of an orange lamp blooming in the blue darkness, a premonition of transparent peace flowing along the window. The time when even the clock's footsteps become cautious, gently leading me into the cozy entrance of a dream. La la la. La la. The soft texture of the night's first touch on my fingertips, a quiet rest offered by the stop time. Warm enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Over the deep green leaves turn darker after the rain, remaining transparent dewdrops fall with a soft thud. The cold, refreshing touch spreading on my hand wakes up the drowsy afternoon air so pleasantly. Deep brown grains of the old wood drenched in rain, the breeze mixed with earthy scents flowing through the gaps. Over the puddles holding the dustless blue sky, fragments of yellow sunlight sparkle as they settle down again. Just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow rich enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Gently settling inside the beige teacup, fragments of yellow sunlight spread warmly. A tiny cloud shadow swimming on the surface, quietly measuring the depth of the drowsy afternoon. Exhaled by the pots on the window, in a transparent sip of tea where the blue sky melted as the weight of the day pressing on my shoulders scatters. The world becomes a very quiet forest again. La, la. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. The low song of the wind heard from far away, when the orange warmth covers my knees so cozily. Even the clock hands stop for a moment to rest, leading me into this perfect silence. La, la. Memories of soft warmth lingering on my fingertips, a sweet rest offered by the stop time. Peaceful enough even when doing nothing. Our tiny forest is blooming right here. Our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. for the transparent afternoon held in a small glass jar. Yellow waves of light breaking like silver chimes. The colorful sparkles gathered within my eyes, refreshing my dizzy mind with a clean wash. On every tail of the blue breeze crossing the sky, shining silver dust scatters across the garden. When the fresh grass blades raise their heads all at once, a cool rhythm settles in my drowsy ears. La la, our time with no words, just watching still this empty space. Eyes closing slow into this moment, swaying drowsily, sinking in bit by bit. Purple shadows walking slowly across the water surface, momentary jewels crafted by the orange sunset. A magic that makes me forget even the clock's noise, gently leading me into the cozy silence. Smooth fragments of light touching my fingertips, a transparent comfort offered by the stop time.